All right, Owen, we appreciate you joining us today. Our first question is from Ryan Hennessy.
Owen, how you doing? Question about obviously what's going on right now in sports with the NBA. They just announced that they're going to be playing. What was kind of the conversation that you had with some of your teammates? I was wondering, and was there any thought of maybe missing practice or missing some games because of it?
We didn't have any conversations about missing practice or anything like that, but I think that's a really good thing of what they did, having to sit out for their games. So yeah.
Our next question, Owen, is from Harrison Tarr. Harrison.
Hey, Owen, thanks for doing this, man. Just a quick question for you regarding your offseason progression. Where do you expect to see yourself this fall in comparison to where you were at last fall? How much progression are you expecting out of yourself?
A whole lot of progression. Really, last year was more of a year getting my feet wet, trying to get comfortable with the system, and I think I found myself a lot of times last year just trying to, just do my job. But now that I'm really familiar with Coach Steele's system, I just feel more free when I'm out there. I'm going to play way faster, make a lot of more plays too.
Appreciate that, man.
Our next question is from Tom Green.
Hey, Owen. So what went into the decision to switch to number 0 this year? Obviously, with that being the first time that someone can wear that number.
Yeah. I wasn't that even though nobody wore it, that wasn't even one of the reasons. Really, I was trying to get it in high school, but it was the same as college. It wasn't an eligible number. So when I heard it was going to pass it, I just told Coach, like, hey, Coach, I want to be one of the first guys to get dibs on it. So he got that done for me.
Did you have to fight anybody for it, or? Nah,
I heard whenever it was like rumors, I think it was like in December, January type. I had brought it up to him. He was like, I don't know nothing about it, but if that's what's really gonna happen, I got you. So he kept his word on it.
Oh, and our next question is from Jay Tate. Jay.
Oh, and the way that you play football and the way that you talk and carry yourself reminds me a lot of Travis Williams, because I covered him when he was a player here at Auburn. Tell me just the connection you have with him and just the way he. I mean, I know he's somebody who's really important to you, and just talk about that.
Yeah, man. T-Will, man, he's one of the realest coaches that I've ever been around. From recruiting days to even he's never changed it from recruiting till now. Like I remember in recruiting, like he was one of the only coaches who would not just after every game tell me, oh, you're doing so great, just basically tell me how good I am. He would let me know whenever I'm messing up, things I need to work on, from a high school level. And even now, like he's the same way, man. He's real cool on and off the field, and he pushes me every day to be the best person I can be.
Next question is from Mark Murphy.
Yeah, I want to get a little bit of a scattering report on your 3 freshman linebackers and whether or not they're going to have a chance to play this year. Desmond Tisdall, Cam Riley, and Wesley Steiner.
They're definitely going to have a chance to play, man. They just got to keep taking it day by day and getting better. Right now, Cam and Desmond, they're really athletic. They've been doing really good. Wesley's asking a lot of questions. He's really eager to learn the system. Like you could tell, he really wants to be great. But with all 3 of them, I think they're going to be really good players.
Is it important you have some backups ready with a couple guys having opt out at your position?
Yeah, definitely. So this is well known throughout the whole room that we gonna need people. Everybody has to be ready. Like you never know what this Corona stuff is gonna happen. So we're gonna have to have everybody on deck.
Thanks.
Next question is from Brian Matthews.
Hi, Owen. Thank you for speaking to us today. You mentioned earlier about not having to think as much, playing faster. What do you think that's going to mean for you as far as your production on the field? And do you have more freedom now on the defense, you feel like?
I really, honestly, I had freedom last year, but it was almost like I was scared to mess up, kind of like I said. But definitely, I'm way more familiar with the scheme now. It's almost like it's like my senior year in high school again. I just know everything now. I just got to worry about making plays.
You think you'll be attacking a lot of scrimmage more, maybe getting more sacks or tackles for loss, that type of stuff?
Definitely, yes, sir.
Thank you.
Next question is from Jason Caldwell.
Oh, when you talked about senior year, I remember senior year for you. You're out there playing the nickel mostly for that team. Now you're 220 some odd pounds. How different do you feel as a player with that added weight, and what's it brought to your game?
I kind of got used to, once I put the weight on, man, I just, run around with Coach Russell. He got us right, so it's not like, it's bad weight, lean muscle. But I actually feel way better than I did in high school because I was really light. I think like my senior year, I was probably like 203 maybe. So gonna put on about a good 20, 25 pounds. So, but no, I feel really good. And, making that transition from playing more like a star position to playing inside the box, I had to, get through that my freshman year. And even still now, I'm still progressing in it, playing linebacker in the box, but I feel way better than I ever before.
Has it helped you though because there's pass coverage opportunities? All those things? That background helps you out a lot.
Yeah, most definitely. Yeah.
We got a follow-up question from Harrison Tart.
Oh, and we spoke to Big Cat and Smoke last week. They were talking about, with the young defensive team, people stepping up in leadership roles. You can cast yourself in one of those roles this year. What are you doing to step up as a leader, or is that a role that you're ready to take on right now?
Right now, I'm more leading by example, but I'm definitely challenging. Even Coach T. Will and all, they challenge me to be more of a vocal leader. So that's something I'm going to work on. But just being my personality, I've always been a quiet guy, always been somebody to lead by example. But I think I do need to take that next step to be more of a vocal leader.
Thanks, man.
Next question is a follow-up from Tom Green.
Owen, Eli said a lot of guys are hurting right now, and you guys are going to have a team meeting later today to kind of discuss everything that's going on in Wisconsin and all that. Some of your teammates have already, expressed their feelings on Twitter, but what kind of conversations have you guys had just as players, before this meeting about what's going on in the world?
Really, we're trying to, just plan something to make change. We really don't know exactly what it's going to be yet, but we definitely want to do, whatever we can in our power to help make a difference in the world. But again, like everything that's going on in the world right now is it's crazy, man. I think that, change has to come within from people's hearts, man, because it's just ridiculous the stuff that's going on, man. And it's sad to see that, every other week you turn it on Twitter, it's all the social injustice that's going on, man. It's honestly just sad. So I mean, we're gonna try to do whatever we can in our power to help make a change, from our point. But that's what it is.
Owen, we've got a follow-up from Mark Murphy.
Yeah, I wanted to ask you about a couple of your classmates at linebacker, OC Brothers and Cameron Brown, how they're coming along this year.
Oh, I'm excited to see Cam this year. I know Cam Brown. He real hungry to play, man. He's been going hard on this playbook, and he can't wait to show T Will exactly what he can do. But OC too. I think he's gonna be a hell of a player this year too for us, and we're gonna need both of them, this whole season.
Thanks.
Next question is from Brian Matthews.
Hi, Owen. Again, just wanted to ask you. You talked about the 3 true freshmen, the 2 redshirt freshmen. I know they're all sort of battling for that number 4 spot at linebacker. Which one of those 5 guys has sort of stood out to you the most?
I mean, they all been doing a really good job, man. It's gonna be up to T with whoever gets that 4th spot.
Is it? But would you say it's really competitive right now?
Very competitive.
Very competitive.
Next question is from Phil Marshall.
Owen, what have you seen from Big Cat up there in front of you? And he's been around a long time now. How much has his leadership grown in the time you've been there?
Yeah, just from even last year to now, it's grown a lot. And, looking at Big Cat, I see somebody who's really hungry and wants to have a dominant senior season. So, everything from leading by example, speaking out, just anything he can to do, even helping the young D linemen that need to, learn the scheme better. He's been helping out. So I think, man, Big Cat, man, he's a totally different person.
Thanks.
Next question is from Jason Caldwell.
Oh, and we talked to KJ and Big Cat, those guys, seniors that have been around the defense for a while, and how important it's been to stay in the same system. But for a second-year guy, how much does it help to have that same system to where you can kind of pick up where you left off, even though you miss spring practice and all that important summertime?
Yeah, it helps out a lot, and it's almost like it's kind of funny too. Looking at some of the film from last year, it's almost like, oh man, like how I messed that up, man. It's almost like it's easy to us now. But this still I wouldn't say I'm perfect with it right now, but I'm by far way better than I was last year, being comfortable in the system. So being in the same system for multiple years, it definitely helps out for the whole entire defense.
Thanks, man.
Got another question from Tom Green. Tom.
Worm yesterday said that they're trying to do some more things to get running backs one-on-one against linebackers. Eli said there's more intermediate routes in the offense. Just how different has it looked going up against this offense with Chad Morris so far in practice?
I would say, man, salute to Chad Morris. We talk about it almost every day in the linebacker room, man. Like they do stuff that I can't really say too much about it, but y'all gonna see this season, man. It's gonna look like a whole new Auburn offense, man. Just all the stuff that he's brought in is ridiculous, but they're looking really good out there.
Next question is from Mark Murphy.
Yeah, I wanted to ask you about how Matthew Hill's doing making the move over from offense to defense, and you expect him to help you guys this year?
Yeah, I do expect him to help this year, man. We with this Corona stuff, you never know. So not even just him, everybody's gonna have to be on deck and be ready to play. But with Matthew, man, he's been doing really good. If I'm not mistaken, I think he did play a little bit of defensive back in high school too. So it wasn't really a hard. I'm pretty sure it's not gonna be a hard transition for him. But I know he's doing pretty good from what I've seen so far.
So you're saying he's got enough athletic ability to be a defensive player?
For sure. Yeah.
Thanks.
Yeah.
All right, Ellen, we appreciate your time today. Thank you very much.
Thanks, Owen.
Thank you, Owen. Thank you, Kurt.